Hi friends, in the last videos we covered very clearly what are various fundamental data types, how to convert one type to another type, what are various typecasting functions, all these things, right? Now the next very important concept, subject wise, concept wise, you people should debate very clearly these topics are. What is the topic is fundamental data types versus immutability. Are you getting what is this word? What is this word? Can you please spell out? Immutability. Fundamental data types versus immutability. This topic we have to discuss, right? So first, I have one small question. Which are fundamental data types? Can you spell out which are fundamental data types? Fundamental data types are int, float, complex, bool, and then str. These are fundamental data types. We covered in detail in the last videos, right? So next, what is the meaning of immutable? Are you getting what is the meaning of immutability? Sir, anyone can you please tell? Normal dictionary meaning. Forget about Python programming. So what is the meaning of immutable? Mutable, like. Sir, very simple. Mutable means changeable. You can change. Immutable means non-changeable. Are you getting what is the meaning of mutable? Can you please spell out? Very important word. Mutable means changeable. Are you getting? Happily you can change. Changeable is mutable, sir. Immutable means non-changeable. Immutable means non-changeable. You can't perform any changes. Such type of thing is called immutable. Okay, like now I want to conclude the most valuable, very important points are all fundamental data types are immutable, non-changeable. Sir, what it means? What is the meaning of immutability, sir? Once we create an object, once we create an object, we can't perform any changes in that object. Very important, sir. Why I am writing, especially this one is, this point should inject in your mind. Once we create an object, we can't perform any changes. In that object. If we are trying to perform any changes, with those changes a new object will be created. If we are trying to perform any changes, with those changes a new object will be created, sir. With those changes a new object will be created. Regarding with those changes a new object will be created, right? Okay, this non-changeable nature is nothing but immutability concept. Are you getting that? So what is the meaning of immutable, sir? Once we create an object, we can't perform any changes in that object. If you are trying to perform any changes, with those changes a new object will be created. This non-changeable behavior is nothing but what? Immutability. Any doubt about this one? Sir, okay, theory okay. Sir, immutable means non-changeable. Can you explain with an example how fundamental data types are immutable? Okay, just observe a bit very, very carefully about this one, sir. Here I am taking, sir, x is equal to 10. I am taking, sir. Do you know x is equal to 10? Can you please represent this one with the diagrammatic representation? Yes, friends. Sir, everything in Python is an object. Everything in Python is an object. We covered already in the last sessions. Do you know? Sir, now x is the reference variable, 10 is the object. Okay, well. Sir, now what I am trying to take is, do you know, for every object, address is there. Address is there. How to print address of an object? ID function we require to use. Now let me print ID of x, sir. Okay, some value you are going to get. Okay, well, now I am trying to take x is equal to x plus 1. Observe carefully, sir. X is equal to x plus 1. I'm trying to change the content of x, adding 1. Can you please tell, because of this change, what will happen? Yes friends, because of this change, what will happen? X is equal to x plus 1. What will happen? So don't feel this 10 will be replaced with 11. No, this is not the thing which is going to be happen, sir. Once we create an object, we can't perform any changes in that object. If you are trying to perform any changes, with those changes, a new object by default will be created. Remember this one. So because of x is equal to x plus 1, what will happen is, with the 11, a new object will be created, sir. With 11, a new object will be created. Now onwards, x is pointing to this reference variable. Now onwards, x is pointing to this reference variable. Now this object not having any reference variable, that's why eligible for garbage collection. Eligible for garbage collection. Sir, inside Python virtual machine, there is one component is there. If any object not having any reference, such type of useless objects will be destroyed by garbage collector. Now this object eligible for garbage collection, right? Sir, now earlier x is pointing to this object, but now x is pointing to this object. Where is the proof for that? Are you getting? Print of id of x. Okay, if really a new object got created, then how many objects will be there? Can you please spell out how many objects will be there, sir? 2 objects will be there. So address of first object, address of second object, both are different. If really 2 objects are going to come, yes, clear man, you can't perform any changes in this object. With those changes, a new object got created. We proved practically, right? Let me execute this code. Have a look once, sir. I'm taking x is equal to 10, sir. I'm taking x is equal to 10 I'm taking, sir. X is equal to 10. Now print of id of x, sir. Print of id of x. Okay, just observe up to this line, sir. Py, okay, py test.py. Have you observed this is the address, because for every object address will be there, sir. Okay, well, now x is equal to x plus 1 I'm taking, sir. X is equal to x plus 1. Print of id of x I'm taking, sir. Print of id of x. Sir, if really new object is going to be created, because of this x is equal to x plus 1, if really a new object is going to be created, compulsory the address of this object, both are different. Have a look once. Now here it's a very clear for you people. Now both addresses are same or different. Can you please observe? Here 544, but here we have 560. There is a clear difference there between these two things. So 2 objects got created, right? Yes, practical proof. Okay, so once we create an object, we can't perform any changes in that object. If you are trying to perform any changes, with those changes a new object will be created. This non-changeable behavior is nothing but immutability concept. Have you observed, right? So once we create an object, we can't perform any changes in that object. If you are trying to perform any changes, with those changes a new object will be created. This non-changeable behavior is nothing but immutability object, that immutability concept. Sir, now it's a very clear for you people. Yes, I created an object, x is the 10. So whenever I'm trying to perform some change in the existing object, changes won't be there. Compulsory a new object got created. Practical proof. Clear for all operate? Now int object, is it immutable or mutable? Respond friends. Int object, is it immutable or mutable? Immutable. Correct, right? Sir, let me go for one more small example so that you will get much clarity, right? Have a look once. One more example. So with a bit sir, more explanation will be there. Observe. I'm taking x is equal to 10, sir. X is equal to 10. So now, do you know here x is pointing to 10. Perfect. Now I'm taking y is equal to sir, x I'm taking. If I can take y is equal to x, what it means is y is also pointing to same object. Y is also pointing to same object. If you want, sir, for practical proof, if you want, you can print address of x and address of y. Now I'm trying to print address of x address of x, print of address of y. Perfect. In both cases compulsory same answer we have to get, because how many objects are there? Only one object. Okay, well, now I am taking, observe very carefully sir, very dangerous point. Now I am trying to take y is equal to x plus 1 or y plus 1, no problem, any variable you can take. Y is equal to y plus 1, y is equal to y plus 1. Can you please tell, I am trying to increment the value of 10 sir. So if you are trying to perform any change with those changes, compulsory a new object will be created in the existing object. Okay, no changes, right? A new object got created. This new object pointed referred by y. That's why now onwards y is pointing to this object, right? Can you please confirm total how many objects are there? Respond. Why you are silent? Total how many objects are there? 2 objects, first object and the second object, right? So x is pointing to this one, y is pointing to this new object. Sir, if you want print the value of x 10, print the value of y 11, and print address of x and address of y, both are different, remember. So if I print x value 10 is the answer. If I print y value 11 is the answer. If I print address of x, id of x, print id of y, compulsory both are different. Because if you are trying to perform any changes, a new object got created, right? Now I have one question. So total how many objects are there? 2 objects. How many objects eligible for garbage collection? You respond. How many objects eligible for garbage collection? No, because this object happily you can use by using x. This object happily we can use by using y. That's why no object, 0 number of objects eligible for garbage collection. Clear, right? Let me execute this one also so that you will get much clarity. Observe carefully, sir. Here I am taking id. Here x is equal to 10, sir. Y is equal to x. Okay, print of id of x, print of id of x, print of id of y I am taking, sir. If I consider like this, what is the answer we are getting? Have you observed? Both addresses are same, because up to this, how many objects are there? Only one object, man. Only one object. 10 is the reference variable. Both x and y pointing to same object only. This is the thing which is going to be happen. That's why same address we are going to get. Now my question is, y is equal to y plus 1. Y is equal to y plus 1. Now with this change, a new object will be created, sir. Now print x value, print y value. Sir, what is the value of x? 10. But what is the value of y? 11 like this, right? Sir, now observe. So value of x is 10, value of y is 11. Sir, let me print id of x, print of id of x, print of id of y, print of id of y. Sir, I am sure in both cases different objects are there. That's why different addresses we have to get. Last 2 addresses, observe that, sir. Yes, last 2 addresses. Okay, these are the 2 addresses, right? At the beginning both are pointing to the same address, but now both are not pointing to the same object. Sir, this is the old object only x, but y pointing to new object. That's what you people should aware clearly, right? So from these 2 examples you are getting much clarity. What is the meaning of immutability? Once we create an object, we can't perform any changes in that object. Have you observed, right? Once we create an object, we can't perform any changes in that object. If we are trying to perform any changes, with those changes a new object will be created. This non-changeable behavior is nothing but what? Immutability. Any doubt? Up to this is the clear?